Good morning, Trig. We're going to cover lesson 73, more review on geometry, but it is all about regular polygons, so there's no parts A, B, C. So let's review what a regular polygon is. So a regular polygon means that all of our sides are congruent and all of our angles are congruent. So your interior angles, your exterior angles, they're all congruent. The review for area of a polygon is the sum of your areas of your triangle. So it's the area of a triangle times however many triangles there are. So I wanted to go over an example. I've drawn a pentagon that's inscribed in a circle. So when they use that vocabulary, picture the polygon inside the circle. I've drawn a point at the center. And hopefully you can visualize that I would have this triangle, this one. So if I have 5 sides, I would have 5 triangles. So a couple of things. The sides of my triangle is going to be my radius. Okay, now I'm not talking about the base. Okay, I'm talking about the sides or the legs. Okay, not the base. The apothem or altitude would be my height. Okay, so we're going to jump in and we're going to do some examples together so that we can solve for these polygons. So number 1, find the area and perimeter of a regular pentagon inscribed in a circle whose radius is 6. So they want area and perimeter. So I like to draw myself, I've got a pentagon, and make it as congruent as you can, right? I know all 5 sides are the same, and it's inscribed inside of a circle. That's a terrible picture. Okay. I should have just redrawn the first picture I drew you. Okay, so I have this circle, and I have a pentagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a pentagon, 5-sided. And maybe you don't need the visual. And it wants the area of this pentagon. So I'm going to start with, I know they have told me my radius is 6. And so I'm going to draw one of these triangles out here. So I'm redrawing this triangle here. Sorry, I had some snacks. So if this is 6, this is 6, right? Because my radius is 6. I don't know the height. Okay, I have to find the height, and I also need to know what the base is. So first I'm going to solve for these interior angles. So I technically have 5 triangles, and I know they're all congruent, and I know that this would be 360. So 360 divided by the 5 triangles gives me 72 degrees. So I know that the entire top is 72. So if I want to solve for either side, I would divide again by 2, and I have 36 degrees. So I know this angle here is 36 degrees. I need to find my height, and I need to find my base. Okay, so I'm technically solving. I'm finding base, I'm finding height. I know this is 6, and they told me this is 36, so I know that this is 90. Okay, so there's the little triangle I'm solving for. And so we're going to use our trig ratios, right? So the sine of 36 degrees equals my base over 6. So b equals 6 times the sine of 36. And so my base is, I believe, I should have just made this, I'm going to make this x because my base will be all the way across. I'm sorry, I'm just changing the letter. I don't want to confuse you. So this is x, this is x. So x equals, sorry, there's a glare. X equals 6 times the sine of 36. And so x equals 3.53. So my base would be 3.53 times 2, right? Because this is 3.53 is only halfway. So my base equals 7.06. Okay, so I can find perimeter. If I know my base is 7.06, then that times 5 would give me my perimeter. So 7.06 times 5, I have a perimeter of 35.3 units. So there's perimeter. I, however, still have to find my height. So I'm going to do the cosine of 36 degrees equals the height over 6. So my height equals 6 times the cosine of 36. So my height equals 6 times the cosine of 36, 4.85. So to find area, I have base is 7.06 times my height of 4.85 divided by 2. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. So my area is 4.85 times 7.03 divided by 2 times 5. My area is 85.24 square units. Whew, that's a lot of work. Moving on, if the perimeter of a regular polygon of 8 sides is 48, find the area. All right, so I want you to picture I've got 8 sides. I'm going to do my best. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 sides, and they're telling me my perimeter is 8. So 48 divided by 8 would give me a side length of 6, right? So each of these is 6 all the way around, right? So they want the area. So I've got that this whole thing is 6. So I'm going to create half of this, right? I need to find my height, and I need to find that angle there, because I already know that each of these is 3, because half of 6, right? So in order to find that, I'm going to do 360 divided by the 8 triangles, because I have 8 sides, so I would have 8 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 360 divided by 8 gives me 45 degrees, but that's this whole thing. So then I have to cut 45 degrees in half, and that gives me 22.5 degrees. So this is 22.5 degrees. So in order to find the height, I would have the the tangent of 22.5 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, which is h. So that would be 3 divided by the tangent of 22.5 degrees equals the height. And so I got that my height is 7.24. So 3 divided by the tangent of 22.5 is 7.24. So I can now find the area. Area equals my base of 6 times my height of 7.24 divided by 2 times 8, because there are 8 triangles. So 6 times 7.24 divided by 2 times 8, I get an area of 173.76, and you can this time write units squared. Okay. Next one. What is the radius of a circle that can be circumscribed about? And so that means the circle on the outside of a 7-sided regular polygon whose perimeter is 56. Whew! Okay, so let's start with the side length. 56 divided by 7 gives me 8. So that is my side length. So they're telling me from here to here is 8, right? And I know that these are my radius. So I'm going to put this down here. I'm looking for the radius. So I know that this is 4 and this is 4. And so I can do a couple things, but I'm going to go ahead and find that angle there. And so 360 divided by 7, and I got 51.43. And then I have to take that and cut it in half. Or I guess you could do law of sines. But I'm not going to. I'm going to do trig. All right, so this is 25.7 degrees. So I'm going to do the sine of 25.7 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse, right? Is radius. So that would give me 4 divided by the sine of 25.7. I'm cross multiplying in my head and solving. So 4 divided by the sine of 25.7, I get a radius of 9.22 feet. Because this time they actually gave me the dimension. One of your homework problems in a couple sections talks about how many triangles are possible. So if 10 points, right, are spaced evenly, I didn't even count, on a circle, how many different triangles can be drawn? So, right, this would be 1, 2, 3, and so on. So to find it, you do 10 points, right? That's total. And it takes 3 points to make a triangle. So 10C3. Remember in your calculator, you enter 10, probability, hit NCR, and then 3, and I get 120. So there would be 120 triangles. That should cover all the problems you see from this section. So homework 73, you're going to skip numbers 2, 3, 6, 16, 20, and 21. Thank you.